That dandelion you keep yanking out of your lawn may hold more vitamin K than the leafy greens you paid good money for at the store. And it is only the first of 11 common backyard weeds that are genuinely richer in nutrients than most vegetables. If honest, gentle health wisdom is what you have been looking for, subscribe and stay with me. These are the ordinary wild plants most people pull up and throw away, never once knowing what they hold. No miracle cures here. No hype. Just real, honest nutrition. The kind that quietly supports the body. For thousands of years, people ate what grew wild at their feet, long before any of it came wrapped in plastic and shipped across the world. Look down the next time you cross your own yard. Some of this may already be growing at your feet. Number 1, the dandelion. Those jagged leaves you fight every spring are genuinely rich in vitamin K, potassium, and vitamin A. People have eaten them as a bitter green and a spring tonic for centuries. The bitterness is the point. It is the same bitterness that wakes up the appetite. Toss the young leaves into a salad. A little bitter, a little green, and free. Number 2, purslane. A low, succulent weed with reddish stems that sprawls along the ground, and one of the best plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids there is. It carries magnesium and vitamin C too. The stems are lemony and crunch when you bite them, lovely raw in a salad, or quickly tossed into a stir-fry. Number 3, chickweed. A mild, tender green scattered with tiny white star-shaped flowers, and quietly rich in vitamin C and iron. It tastes faintly of fresh corn silk, soft and green. Gentle enough that you can eat it raw by the handful straight from where it grows. Number 4, broadleaf plantain. Not the banana, the low flat rosette of leaves you find pushing up through the cracks in a footpath. Its leaves carry fiber, vitamin K, and a soothing mucilage. That mucilage is what makes the leaf feel slippery when you crush it. The tender young ones cook right down, much like spinach. Number 5, lamb's quarters. A wild cousin of the spinach in your shop, and genuinely high in calcium, vitamin A, and even a little protein for a leaf. Steam it, and the oxalates settle just as they do in store spinach. A soft, mild green in the pan. It is one of the most quietly nourishing greens you will ever find growing uninvited. And that is 5. We are exactly halfway. 5 weeds down, 6 to go. And I have deliberately saved the boldest for the very end. Number 11. The one plant on this whole list that actually stings you when you reach for it, and is still, somehow, the most nutrient-dense green here. But before we reach the one that fights back, I want to ask you something. The one that fights back, the stinging plant waiting at number 11, is coming. I promise. But right here at the halfway mark, do me a small favor. Tell me in the comments which of these are already growing in your yard right now, and which one surprised you most so far. If this grounded kind of honesty is what you want more of, subscribe and stay along. And let us get back to the list. Number 6, wood sorrel. You have almost certainly stepped over it. Those little heart-shaped leaves, folded like tiny green hearts along a path. Pick one, taste it, and there it is. A bright, clean tartness on the tongue. That sharpness is real vitamin C, the same nutrient your body leans on to build collagen and keep tissue strong. It is not a meal. It is a bright little nibble on a walk, a wild green growing right underfoot where you already tread. And it asks nothing of you but to look down. Number 7, red clover. You know the blossoms, those soft pink-purple heads humming with bees at the edge of the lawn. Dry them, steep them in hot water, and you have a mild, pleasant tea, gently sweet, nothing harsh about it. Red clover carries plant compounds people have valued for generations. And here is where I stay honest with you. This is not a cure for anything. It is a gentle cup, a warm, quiet thing to hold on a slow afternoon. And sometimes that is exactly enough. Number 8. Wild violet. Those small purple flowers scattered through the spring grass. Most people mow straight over them. But the leaves are surprisingly rich in vitamin C and vitamin A, the vitamin your eyes and skin depend on. Scatter a handful of the young leaves into a salad, and they all but disappear into the green, soft, and mild. Free food, blooming where you walk, asking only to be noticed. Number 9. Sheep sorrel. Slim, arrow-shaped leaves on a reddish stalk, and a taste that is sharp and lemony, almost like a squeeze of citrus growing wild. It is a light source of vitamin C, a bright note in a salad or a soup. And it brings me to something I owe you plainly. You will hear these called nature's medicine. They are not medicine. They are food, good, honest food, and that is remarkable enough. A wild green that feeds you is a gift on its own. It does not need to pretend to be a cure to be worth bending down for. That leaves only 2. And I have kept the strongest of all 11 for the very last breath of this list. Number 10 still comes first. A tall roadside weed with real iron in its young leaves. And then, at number 11, the one I have been promising you since the very start. The green that stings your bare skin, and yet, once you cook it, becomes the single most nutrient-dense wild plant on this entire list. Number 10. Curly dock. You have probably walked past it 100 times without a second glance. A tall roadside weed with long, wavy-edged leaves that most people never think to touch. But the young leaves, picked before they toughen and cook down like any other green, bring real iron and vitamin A to the plate. Nothing dramatic, just a modest, honest green worth knowing, growing free where the pavement meets the grass. And now, at last, number 11. The one I have promised you since the very first minute. Stinging nettle. If you have ever been stung by this on a walk and cursed it, you may see it a little differently in a moment. Because here is the strange, beautiful truth about nettle. Raw, it fights back. Those fine hairs on the leaf carry a sting that burns the skin and makes you pull your hand away fast. But once it is cooked, or simply dried, that sting vanishes completely. Gone. What is left behind is one of the most nutrient-dense wild greens there is. I do not say that lightly. Nettle is genuinely rich in iron, calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K, a spread of minerals that most leafy vegetables in the shop cannot match. The plant that hurts you is, once tamed by a little heat, quietly one of the richest things you could put in a pot. And using it is simple. Simmered slowly into a deep green soup, the leaves turn soft and dark and earthy. Or steeped in hot water as a tea, a mug of it dark green, steam rising, faintly grassy and clean. This is not some new health fad. People have leaned on nettle for nourishment for thousands of years, long before anyone counted a milligram of anything. They just knew it made them feel well. No cure, just real nutrition that supports the body. That has been the honest thread through all 11 of these, and it holds right to the end. Which brings me to the one thing I want to say plainly before we finish. None of this replaces your doctor. If something is truly wrong, if you are unwell, if a symptom worries you, please see them. These greens are not medicine. They do not treat disease. Think of them as good daily habits, small green gifts folded into your meals, support for a healthy life, never a substitute for real care. That honesty matters to me more than any list. So here is where we land. 11 ordinary weeds: dandelion and purslane, chickweed and plantain, lamb's quarters and wood sorrel, red clover and wild violet, sheep sorrel and curly dock, and the stinging nettle that crowns them all. None of them were bought. None of them were shipped from somewhere far away in plastic. They simply grew quietly where we walk every single day, underfoot, unnoticed, free. The next time you pass one of these at your feet, pause. You may be looking at supper. Nature has provided this way for a very, very long time. Long before the shops, long before us. And maybe the kindest, wisest thing any of us can do is slow down, look down at the green at our feet, and finally see it for what it truly is. A gift. Right there. All along.